Puis c'est sûr, le break va venir après, mais je pense je peux te dire qu'on parle pas beaucoup du break.
Non, ouais. Exécution mentalement, ton équipe est-tu à la position à quelques heures du dernier match comme tu souhaitais?
Répète ça.
Est-ce qu'au niveau de l'exécution de ton équipe, l'attitude mentale,
tu parles
psychologique,
récemment?
dans quel mood que vous êtes pour le dernier match? Êtes-vous là où tu souhaitais être à la pause?
Ben, je trouve qu'on joue du bon hockey. On n'a rien de parfait. On essaie de corriger nos affaires. On sait qu'est-ce qui nous aide à avoir du succès, avec rien de garanti. Mais c'est de continuer à mettre notre meilleur pied d'avant puis de rester à la tâche.
Tu as parlé de Samuel Martin qui va être devant le filet ce soir. Est-ce que c'est important de lui donner le dernier match avant la pause comme ça?
Moi, je sais pas si c'est important de se donner le dernier match, mais je pense que c'est le temps qui en joue une. Tu sais. D'autres, j'ai fait du excellent travail. Puis, Monté est après travailler ses affaires puis donner une opportunité.
Qu'est-ce qui va être le défi ce soir face aux Jets Martin ce matin?
Défi. Bien, c'est sûr, ils ont un power play qui peut te faire mal. Ils ont une grosse ligne d'attaque, bon gardien. Tu sais, c'est. Je dis pas, c'est sûr, on sait toujours c'est quoi qu'on affronte, mais je pense qu'on focus beaucoup plus sur nos choses. T'sais. Fait que le défi, c'est de rester à la tâche sur nos choses. Puis jouer la game qui est en avant de nous autres. Puis chaque jeu sont importants. Fait que je te dirais, le défi, c'est toujours de se concentrer sur nos affaires et rester à la tâche.
You said it plenty. Every game is important, but it seems like the last few you've played have almost looked like kind of playoff simulations, as close as you can get without being in the actual playoffs. What have you learned about your team facing those tests?
I mean, I feel it's been like that for a while this year. You know, the standings are so tight. I feel like we've had a nice progression in not just our collective game, but I think our decision making, our maturity. Not getting too high, not getting too low, being able to stay close enough to the game, and be able to pull away when we need to, be able to come back in. It's a hard league, but I feel like we're around it,
How much emphasis, or maybe there isn't much of it, is there right now on making it hard to get to your net and doing a better job of getting to theirs?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of it's kind of the game. You got to defend your net, and you got to make it hard on the other team to defend theirs. I don't think there's one player that has to do that. I think it's a collective game that allows you to do that. You got to defend together. You got to attack together. We like balance in the offensive zone. The balance always starts with somebody around the net, not necessarily being there early, but being there on time. And But I think a lot of the foundation of success is, it's how we play on the forecheck, and I think it's a big part. When we have a good forecheck, we spend a lot of time in the O-zone, a lot less defending. You have to correct a lot less defensive things, so that's what we're focusing on.
Just lastly on Slav, he's shown the best version of himself at times this year. Just where do you feel he's at right now, headed into the Olympics, where he becomes the most important player on his team? Just what is he doing that prepares him for that, and also keeps your team going?
I think he's had another big jump this year, and I feel like he's playing within his strength. When he's at his best, it's his feet, which allows him to play heavy and be very disruptive, win a lot of pucks back. But you can see, like this year, his confidence level, his touches has improved tremendously. But I think that the foundation of all that is his feet and him using his reach. But he's played some really good hockey for us.
Peux-tu parler de la valeur de Brandon Gallagher dans ton équipe, Martin? Je sais que tu as été questionné au cours de ta carrière comme entraîneur-chef beaucoup sur Brandon, mais il marque un gros but dans les matchs. Fait en sorte que vous avez dans le vestiaire après la première période avec pas une autre attitude, mais du positif.
Oui, exactement. Non, il était allé chercher un gros but, puis pas nécessairement à la galée, C'était un excellent jeu qu'il a fait, puis ça nous a comme rapproché du match après une première période qui était pas extraordinaire. C'est sûr, il amène beaucoup de leadership. C'est un gars qui qui va à la guerre, puis c'est contagieux ses actions, qu'est-ce qu'il fait sur la glace. Fait que, très combatif, puis c'est comme ça qu'on veut jouer comme équipe.
Martin, on a vu. On vous amène au Gallagher tout de suite parce qu'elle va se prendre dans 10 minutes.
This morning because it's a morning skate, but the guys are happy to be here and play that game tonight before, I guess, a break.
Yeah, I mean, we've been going hard here. Every team's the same way. It's with the Olympics this year, the schedule's been heavy, but we're not looking past this one. We have a job to do. We're professionals, and we know we're not on break yet. So one more day of work, and then we can go enjoy it. But for the time being, we're just keeping our same focus level and getting ready for a game.
How have you seen Nick raise his game over the last few?
I mean, that's kind of what he's done. As long as we've known Susie, he has the ability to elevate his game when we need him most, and he's taken over games for sure. He's in a good spot heading to the Olympics. So, he's our leader. As he goes, we go, and he's certainly done that, as of late. But most nights we can rely on him.
When you look at your line, Brendan, it seems as though the presence in front of the other team's net is making things work really well between you. How do you establish, I know you don't play on the other lines, but do you guys get a mentality where that needs to be adopted line to line here?
Yeah, I mean, I think, generally speaking, especially later in the year you get, that's where you're going to score goals. And I think everyone's aware of that. So, I think, we've been able to find that little consistency lately. I think, in general, every line has that presence and, has that ability. So I think, when we're on our game, that's where we're at in the O-zone for sure. It's a big part of creating offense and generating goals in this league, and certainly you can't, it's going to be hard to score without it.
Can you talk about, you're doing a lot of little things on the ice to help your team night after night. When you score a goal like you scored the other night, and it was, at a big moment in the game, instead of going 2-0 after one period, I felt like it gave a lot of jump to your team after.
I mean, those goals in the last minute periods are big in general. So at that time, it was a big goal in the game. It got us back into it, gives us a little life heading into the second. It was nice to be able to take advantage of an opportunity for sure. But you never know when you're going to have an opportunity to impact the game. For me, it was that shift, and hopefully continue to build on that.
I said to Nick that it was vintage Galley. He said no, he never did that before.
Maybe Pee Wee.
On Nick's subject, do you see him have a good impact on the Olympic Canadian team?
Of course. Susie's a player that you can put in any situation, coaches will learn pretty quick. You can trust him regardless, up a goal, down a goal, need a goal. He's a guy you want on the ice. So he's just the type of player that they'll be able to plug onto any line and he'll fit very easily. So he's a smart player. He's going to do a lot for them, and looking forward to watching him.
Give an idea. And what can you do to really give your Canadians the best chance tonight, and then the Slovaks the best chance at the Olympics?
Well, I mean, we got a couple days off until the Olympics starts after today, so just play as hard as I can and then rest for a bit and go out there and try to do my best.
How do you feel about your game over the last few weeks?
I like it, you know. I like where my game is going. Maybe I haven't been like scoring as much and stuff, but yeah, I like how we were playing. You know, obviously you're not gonna win every game, but I like where it is. I just want to finish hard tonight.
The fact that in the last game, the first period was, let's say, okay for your line, but after that it jumped. The fact that you're young players and you're capable of, you know, changing momentum in a game after that, how big is it for your line to be effective during a game and make some changes like that?
Yeah, I think that's really important. You know, you're not gonna start good always, and it's important that you get into the game best if it's in the first period right away. But obviously, we have to find a way to do something out there, even if we're not having a good match.
Is it tough not to think about the Olympics right now?
No, I think it's pretty easy. I know how we're going there, so we can jump forward. So we got to make sure we stay in the present and just work hard today and then go out there and play.
What makes Kapanen so effective?
I think he's smart. He's in a good spot. He can read off. For example, playing with me and Demi, he can read off us pretty good, and then he's in a good spot most of the time during the game.
Most of the time that you score goals, team wins.
Find me.
How do you feel about the impact that you had on the final result of the winning when it's a winning situation for this team? How different it is for you, feeling that you have an impact?
Yeah, it's good, but I still feel like I could have even more impact. You know, like games like last game, could have done something more, something better. But it's nice when we win, but we definitely want more from me and from everyone.
Thanks, Juraj.
Thanks very much.
On les voit si les autres.